welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we have another timeless pick-a-card reading on Let's Shed Your Past. What parts of your past do you truly need to shed to step into a brighter future for yourself? So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have the Black Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the John Bauer Tarot. And pile number 3, we have Tarot of the Dragons. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Black Tarot, this is your reading on Let's Shed the Past. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family, please help me tap into what does my pile number 1 need to shed. Okay, pile number 1, we have the Hermit, 9 of Cups, the World, 3 of Spears, 5 of Swords, 8 of Spheres, the Lovers, Page of Spheres, and 5 of Spheres. And Spheres is the Pentacles in this deck. So what I'm getting right away is there has been a major ending in your life. It's been pretty major. You perhaps left a job, or you perhaps broke up with someone, or there just has been a big sort of letting go. And I don't think you were very happy in the letting go part of it, because I think what I'm getting from the distractions is I don't think you saw it coming, the big ending over here. It's a general reading, so it's going to be different for all of y'all, but you just couldn't see it coming, and I think a lot of y'all are very intuitive, and with that, I just want you to know that sometimes, our spirit guides, our angels, they will hide certain information from us because there are just certain lessons we have to go through, so there is a certain amount of anger and resentment that you are probably holding on to yourself. I think you're really taking it out on yourself as to why you couldn't see it coming. And I think you have become very guarded after this experience. I think it really sort of took a chunk out of you. You feel that way, at least, and I don't think that is true, but I think this was a very necessary experience for your growth. Sometimes our best teachers are the worst people. We learn some very invaluable lessons. Sometimes it's just the push we need in order to truly grow, and I'm really seeing that you're sort of stepping outside, and you're finally stepping outside your comfort zone, and you're really ready to sort of strive and just aim for the prize and just sort of go for it, and I think all your experiences are accumulating within yourself. And I think what is happening is there's this amount of unveiling that is happening, where you're getting certain amount of access to certain amount of things that you couldn't understand before, so I think you are in a period of revelation. And what I'm seeing over here that you truly need to shed is these old parts of yourself, and perhaps these sabotaging tendencies that you really have, you probably have ancestrally gotten is what I'm getting over here. But I think you really will be shedding this part of yourself, because I think you're working very, very hard. This is my pile of very, very hard workers, and my hands are itching. We'll take that as confirmation. But I'm seeing that you're working very, very hard. You're working very, very diligently. Yet you're still upset that you're not able to make money, or you're not make money, but you're not able to save enough money, or you're not reaching the targets that you basically want. But I want you to know that there are certain delays in place for a greater reason. You may not always see it, but it is happening for the greater good for you. There's certain things that you're being stopped from because it could be a possible pitfall for you. And I think what you have done is you've really given your powers away. So I think it's really imperative for you to know that you are in a state where you don't need anyone. You truly don't need another person. And even if you're craving someone else, you're probably just craving that love from yourself. I really want you to know that. Our mind has ways of playing tricks on us. And I think you really just need to cut out the past. I think the worst is over, but you just have so much PTSD that you're just not able to let the past go. It's still sort of biting at you. It's still sort of haunting you. And grieving and healing, it's not a linear process. You have to keep revisiting those parts of yourself that you thought you had healed from. those experiences that are just too painful to talk about, you know. So my heart really goes out to you, and just be patient with yourself, you know. I think you really need to extend the grace and the compassion towards yourself that you extend to other people, you know. I think you need to give yourself some, I think you just need to like give yourself some space, you know, and know that time will heal you, you know. And you are in this space of really working with spirit, you know. I think a lot of y'all are very, very alone right now, and I really want you to know that even if you're alone, you're truly not alone, because you do have your angels with you, you have your spirit guides with you, and you basically have a rite of passage right now, which is sort of guiding you towards where you truly need to be right now, you know. And I think you're leaving the people in the people in your past who really didn't have the best interest in their hearts for you. You're leaving them in the dust, you know. And I am sensing that there is a lot of jealousy around you, you know. You just attract a lot of jealousy just because of of your light, you know. I think you have a very beautiful light about you. You have a very healing energy. You know, people gravitate towards you. Even birds, animals may gravitate towards you. You know, you're just a joy to be around. I think a lot of people just want to be around you like all the time, you know. And I think that's why you've even become a little more weary, and you really have your guards up, where you're just not, you know, letting any and everyone in. And that's a good thing, you know. I think this is an important period of time in your life where you really need to give yourself the space to just be, you know, and not let other people sort of energetically drain you, even if they're not intentionally doing that, you know. A lot of times the energy vampires, they're not all of them are intentional energy vampires, you know. We all, everyone has that one friend, right, who just is not a bad person, but you know, they're just very draining, you know. So you have a lot of people like that in your life that you have to let go of in order to truly bring in this sort of abundance that you're craving, you know. I think you will get everything that you've ever wished for. A lot of y'all are wishing for a new home, a new car. A lot of y'all want to travel. Just know that all of that is going to happen for you. But right now, what you're really called upon to do and to let go of your past is to truly shed, you know, these sort of toxic people from your life, and even certain toxic habits and addictions that you may have, you know. And I'm not just talking about substances. You know, you could be addicted to, you know, tarot videos, for example. You know, so whatever it is, you have to bring it in moderation, and, you know, and sort of assert your power and take your power back, and you know, not give so much power to anything, to like alcohol, tarot readings, or whatever, you know, your vice may be over here, you know. But I'm definitely sensing that you have a very negative way of talking to yourself, and I don't even blame you, you know. It is a product of your environment. It is just how things are at times, but it is your job to sort of be accountable about it. And the most important relationship anyone has is a relationship they have with themselves. You know, nothing is more important than the way you speak to yourself, how you treat yourself, you know. So extending kindness towards yourself. And I think what you're doing here is, I think that you have certain issues, and you're not being accepting of them, you know. You're not really accepting what your issues are, and you're sort of downplaying it on top of having those issues. So it's just you're very unintentionally trying to disrespect yourself, is what I'm trying to say. And only you can bring yourself out of this sort of, you know, chasm that you have dug yourself into. And I think this is also a lot of your past resurfacing to be purged, you know. You know, a lot of people do full moon rituals, and I'm very for full moon rituals, but I think what people don't understand is that when you're trying to cleanse, when you're trying to purge, you will have certain things come up, you know. The pain will come up, the grief will come up, and it's not coming up so, you know, to sort of harass you again. It is only coming up so you can feel it, accept it, bring it into light, and let it go, and really transmute it, you know. It's a very subtle thing that you have to do, you know. And it all starts by being honest with yourself. But I'm very much seeing that, you know, I think even you're trying to move forward, and you know, things are not happening at the pace that you want. But I just want you to know that the more you focus on letting these things go, the more you focus on even cleaning your space for physically, for example, right? The more you focus on just making space for new things, the faster you will be able to attract in whatever you truly need over here for your greatest good, you know. And the thing about manifestations is, I am sensing that this is my pile of very, very powerful manifestors, you know. Whatever you want, you can have it, you know. You can have multiple cars over here, multiple houses, whatever you want, you can have it. Multiple businesses for some of y'all. But I just want you to know that you will not be able to just manifest anything and everything. You will only be able to manifest things that are for your greatest good, and that is for your highest good. You're not going to be given something by the universe on purpose where it's going to really sabotage you unless it's trying to teach you a karmic lesson. So please focus on manifesting the good things, the best things you can possibly for yourself, and if you don't always know what is the best thing for you, just sort of ask the universe, and you will get answers. Meditate, or just, if you don't know what to manifest, just try to manifest the highest possible outcome for yourself, for the greater good of all. Just sort of rewire your manifestations, and they definitely will come in. And sometimes we don't always know what is the best for us, but God and universe does. So be very decisive and precise about what you want, but also leave that little space for just wonder and magic, and for God and universe to just do its thing. So just have faith and trust in this. And I always say about faith on my channel is, having blind faith is very dangerous, whether you're religious or not. It's very important that you have faith that you have earned. Because once you know your truth, you can stand steadfast, and no one can move you. No towers can shake you then. So this is very important, that you be in the process of letting go. And I think you also need to just accept the fact that you lost the battle. I think there are issues around acceptance. I think there is issue around acceptance. So I think the more you just accept that, you lost certain battles, and you can perhaps later on even see for yourself that how losing that, you gained so much more. And losing a person, for example, losing a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is, losing a job over here, you got something better, or, you are in the process of getting something better. So just know that, you are assured. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll take my sneezing as confirmation, so just know that even if you're losing something, something better is going to replace it, so you have nothing to worry about. You're not losing time. You are exactly where you need to be, so bring back your power. I think you really need to focus on empowering yourself again. And I would even suggest that work with your third chakra, which is your Manipura chakra, because it has a lot to do with your willpower, and it's sort of like the burning sun chakra of your body, so maybe get some sun, maybe get some sun on your belly, on your feet. That will really help. Do some ab exercises. That really helps you bring your confidence back, so doing these small things is going to benefit you a lot. And when you have the confidence, you're just going to be able to go for it. You're not going to let that very horrible voice within you sort of take over you and stop you from doing what you need to do, because this is the time for you to become the highest version of yourself, and you're going to be very much able to achieve that in this lifetime, and I think what you need to do is, you need to understand that you always have a choice. I think you have a tendency of giving your power away, and I feel a lot of y'all even do it subconsciously. So you just need to bring back and realize that you have all the power. You have to realize that you are very godlike, because everything is an emanation of you. Even the good and the bad in other people is just a reflection of you, and we all are truly connected, Yes, we all are very special, but at the same time, we all are one. There is this beautiful paradox, and I think the more you try to understand this, the more it will set you free, because you're not going to try to micromanage and micro-control things. You're not going to try to sway outcomes. You're going to understand that whatever is happening for you, and it's happening for the greatest good of you, even though you don't see it, and I think right now is really the time for you to work with spirit. It's the time for you to work with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your star family, your ascended masters, whatever it is. You really are called upon to just be open to spiritual messages, because I think you may be seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities, things like that. You're definitely getting a lot of nudges. And right now is the time for you to, put your foot to the pedal and just go for it. You just have to go all in with your hard work. Just do your due diligence, and then just surrender, and just know that, whoever needs your products, whoever needs, your word of advice or whatever you're doing, whoever needs, like if you're a tarot reader, whoever needs your readings, the right people will reach it, and also just know that you're very protected. And I think what spirit is really asking you to do right now is to really find joy in the process, and really just enjoy your day-to-day life, just really enjoy what you're doing on an everyday basis, just really make the process itself your prayer, and you definitely can do that, just get lost in whatever you're doing, because you're trying to create something very, very beautiful. And I feel the answers will come from there. The creative spark will come from there when you're just able to just enjoy it, what you're doing every day, and just make it a consistent, beautiful practice. And you just owe it to yourself to show up and be the most beautiful version of yourself. And I think the more you start doing this, the more you just start enjoying just the product making, just the process of it all. I think you will naturally shift into alignment. I think you'll naturally feel lighter. I feel you will feel happier, and you will see that things are happening for you much faster than you even thought. So again, it's these subtle things that you need to shed, and these subtle perspective shifts that you truly need to have, because you're very, very close to enlightenment. I feel here, I feel a lot of y'all are getting some sort of spiritual awakening, some sort of kundalini awakening over here. It's definitely happening for you. And I think what you need to do is you need to give yourself at least 5-10 minutes every day, to really take that time out of your daily schedule and really introspect and really go in and figure out what is it that you want, what is it that you don't want, and really come from a place of accountability, and then you'll truly be unstoppable is what I'm truly getting here. We have the Hermit and we have the Nine of Cups. The more you go inwards, the more you realize what you want, what you don't want, and you're able to cut out and shed those parts of yourself that you truly no longer need, parts of yourself that are just there but are no longer you. The more you're able to let that go, the faster your abundance will come in, your stability will come in, and just your joy, your happiness, your love, all of it will come in. It's all going to happen for you. But you finally have to sort of close the final back door to your past, and you're very much going to be doing this. So you definitely have a lot of things happening for you, even if there are delays. Take the delay as a great thing. See the delay as, okay, wow, I probably got saved from something much worse. Think of it like that. Trust me, it's really going to help you. And in this file, I would say a lot of y'all are not sleeping. A lot of y'all are watching tarot yogi content late in the night, which I'm very grateful for. But please get some sleep. If you're not able to sleep at night, if you're a night owl, I'm a night owl. I barely get sleep at night sometimes. So maybe try melatonin, maybe try something. Maybe work out at night, maybe just dance. Just tire yourself out so you maybe get sleep. Or even if you're not able to sleep at night, maybe cover up some sleep in the daytime, because you're getting a lot of upgrades, and when you're getting all these upgrades, it becomes more heavy on your body if you're not rested enough, if you're not grounded enough, if you're not exercising. All these things matter. All these things affect you on a daily basis. So it's very important that you keep yourself in the most healthiest possible way you can keep yourself, and really show yourself that tough love and respect when needed, But just know that everything sort of falling out of your life, it's sort of giving like a tower moment. Everything that is really just going out of your life, let it go. Let it go with open arms. Trust me, it's going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much lighter by the end of it all. And I think you just need to remember, that you have choice. You have choice. It's your decision. It is your free will to do whatever you want. And you can have it all. You really can. So I think it's just about realizing that and making the right choices. And I think I don't even think you will make the right choice because you're so divinely guided right now. I think you really need to listen to your intuition, I think you're really being shown the way out of the darkness into the light over here, quite literally, It's like all you have to do is just focus on the light above you, and you will be guided out of whichever kind of, abyss you are in. It doesn't matter, And you're going to come out so much stronger. You're going to come out so much more powerful. You're going to become like a better version of yourself, a stronger version of yourself, a more resilient, a more compassionate, and a more loving version of yourself. File number 1. Yeah, any other messages? I'll shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? We have the Hawk card, which reads the messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on the priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. I don't even think you realize how bright of a future you have. I think you're going to have a windfall of money that you weren't even expecting. You're definitely going to get more. If you have a social media platform, it is going to blow up. Just know that. And right now is really the time for you to go inwards, not take any sort of unnecessary action, and really have a bird's eye point of view on things, hawks, they fly, you know, they fly much high in the sky, and they don't even fly. Most of the time, they're just gliding, inspecting the terrain. And I think that's what you're being called to do right now, to really sort of go inwards. You know, this hermit here, he's sort of on the pinnacle of something huge. And so is this hawk, you know. I think your perception is becoming very, very strong. I think you're definitely seeing signs, synchronicities, feathers, birds, all of that. You know, let it guide you, let it calm you, let it relax you, and just know that you cannot make the wrong choice. You know, like I was saying, you know, your choice and your free will is coming up very, very strongly in this reading, you know, and it's all about just taking your power back and really realizing who you truly are at the core of it all. You know, when all parts of yourself are taken away, who are you still at the core of it, you know? And you are a divine being, you know. You definitely could identify as an earth angel over here is what I'm picking up, but just know that you are on the right path and you cannot lose. You know, you're very, very tapped in, and you're gonna get even more tapped in as time passes, you know. So just really just surrender and know that you will know the right thing to do, you know. And if you're being very stuck in your own head right now, just try to do less, just try to do nothing, and just, you know, because when you're able to sort of empty your mind almost, that's when you have all these divine downloads, you know. That's when you get guided to do, you know. For example, I get tarot video ideas when I'm just cooking in the kitchen, or just I'm staring outside the window, or just taking a walk, you know, just doing everyday mundane things where you can just get lost, you know. So focus on that, you know, focus on making your everyday very beautiful, very rewarding. And I think, you know, these major changes, they'll all just fall into alignment much quicker than you even are anticipating, you know. And I think your life is just gonna shift like completely, you know. It's gonna have a 360 turn, and it's gonna be a very permanent change, the good kind of change that you're looking for, you know. You're definitely gonna get your big break over here. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number. Once again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the John Bauer Tarot, this is your reading on Let's Shed Your Past. What parts of yourself from your past that you need to shed? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family, help me tap into what does my pile number 2 need to shed. Okay, pile number 2, we have the Lovers, 9 of Pentacles, Devil, King of Swords, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Hanged Man, Death, and the Knight of Pentacles. And we have a lot of Swords cards. We'll address that. And right away, what you truly need to shed is your way of looking at things. You need to truly shed your perspective on things. And by that, what I mean is, it's not your circumstances from your past that is going to shift dramatically and drastically, but what is truly needed of you is to really look at things from a whole new perspective. That's what you truly need to do. And you need to have a more sort of objective perspective on your own life and to certain events that have occurred, you know. And I think you sort of have been often in the wrong place at the wrong time, sort of, you know, bearing the brunt of things that aren't even exactly something that you did, you know. It's not even a consequence of your action is what I'm getting. And, you know, the Hangman card over here, you know, this guy, he's sort of looking at this blonde woman, you know, and he wouldn't have seen her if he just kept walking straight, you know. So I think there are a lot of great opportunities that is sort of going to come out of this, you know. And what I'm getting here is there has been a complete destruction of your life as you knew it, you know. The Hangman is followed by the Death card, you know. There's a clear progression over here from card number 12 to card number 13. And, you know, the Death card in tarot is not literal death, but it is a metaphorical death. But it is still a very, very real death. You know, you cannot go back to how your life was. This is, you know, irreversible change, and this is irreversible change for the good. You know, you may not like the things that you used to do. You may not resonate with the same kind of music that you used to listen. You may not like eating the same kind of food. You may not want to hang out with the same kind of people. You may not even want to be in that same relationship that you have been, or marriage for some of y'all is what I'm picking up, you know. But you have to really sort of start from scratch, and that is not necessarily a bad thing. Trust me, it is a very good thing. It's a great thing. You're getting the chance to regenerate, and you have the ability to regenerate over here. After a storm there is going to be a rainbow. So you have nothing to worry about, and what you're doing is, you're sort of entering these portals which are taking you to your highest timeline. And in that, you're really shedding a lot of things. And I think right now you're really called upon to shed a lot of things from your past, because you cannot keep going forward carrying so much burdens, because you have a lot of these burdens that you just haven't had the time to put down. You haven't had the time to process these burdens. You haven't had the time to really see it for what it is, and it's still sort of bringing you down energetically. I think a lot of you are just feeling very fatigued. And I think the more you do this, and the more you sort of call your power back to yourself and realize how much more free will and choice you have than you actually thought, then that will really catapult you into hyper independence. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and you only reach Nine of Pentacles after Eight of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles is just about daily diligent hard work. It's about putting in the hard work every day for whatever you want and just striving for it. And just putting in that hard work every day, you're building your garden, from ground up, from scratch. And Nine of Pentacles is when you sort of finally reach that garden. And I think you are coming into a very wise time in your life. I think your experiences have really taught you some very, very great things. And I think right now is the time for you to really be very sort of streamlined in your perspective about what you want, and yet sort of shift your perspective on your past and not take your past so personally. I think what you truly need to do is, you need to stop sensationalizing your past. You need to stop having such negative and positive attachments to what was. I'm not saying don't honor your past. Please honor your past, but just understand that you cannot keep moving forward if that's where you're going to linger. Because your energy is sort of in the past, and you're sort of trying to reach for the future, and that's just not going to happen. Sacrifices are required, and Hangman is all about sort of sacrificing. It's not about like willfully giving up. It is like a sweet surrender that you truly are required here to do. And just know that if you do your part, you will be rewarded whatever you want over here. And I'm sensing that there is a lot of heartbreak in this pile, and I'm picking up a lot of y'all were perhaps dealing with a narcissist. It could be in a romantic sense. Maybe this is someone in your family, maybe this is like a friend, a co-worker, a business partner, but whatever it is, just know that the worst is over. It's not going to repeat itself. You're going to get someone better. You're going to get an equal. You're not going to have to just settle for any sort of garbage on the road. So just know that you have true love coming in as well for my singers in this pile. If you already are in a relationship, just know that your relationship will improve. But for a lot of y'all, I'm majorly getting that it's all about your mind. I think you're trying to create some very, very big changes in your physical reality, but you're not able to completely manifest that because of these blockages in your mind. And blockages are what? They're just blockages. It's not a dead end. You very much have the power to unblock these blockages. You very much have it within you, and the only way you can truly do that is just really be accountable and be honest with yourself, and realize that yes, you made certain bad choices, but you still did the best you could with the kind of given information that you had. And also just really try understanding destiny and how it works. And by that, what I mean is, you don't give up your power. You very much realize that yes, there is a predestined path for you, which is the greatest path for you, but you still have free will, and you have to sort of co-create that in collaborating with spirit and collaborating with God, universe, whatever you believe in. Right now is really the time for you to sort of being very strategic and sort of creating things, and you're only going to be able to completely create what you want to the full extent of your harvest is when you're able to let go of things. And my eyes are just going to the Devil card, and I haven't even spoken about the Devil card in this reading. And the Devil card traditionally is all about you sort of being chained by your own vices. Could be things, people, places, whatever, substances, or even habits. We are so chained to our habits, and we don't even realize it at times. So, and what is interesting over here is, there is like this, demonic figure just flying, but you know, he's dropping things, and I think that's it. You know, you really just have to let go of things, just let go of the past, and you truly have to let that go so you can have something better in its place. You know, you cannot have new clothes if your wardrobe is full, right? I'm just giving an example. You know, you have to give some of your clothes away, maybe to your friends, maybe to the help. You know, whoever's in need of in need of clothes, you give it to them. You know, to get better clothes, right? Like, again, just an example here. But I really want you to know that you're carrying too much. You know, there's too much weight on your shoulders, and right now is really the time for you to shed it all. You know, go through the grieving process. Trust me, you're gonna come out of it so much stronger. You know, allow yourself to feel your feelings and your emotions. I think growing up, perhaps you weren't taught to feel your feelings. Perhaps you were shunned from being very emotional and vulnerable, and maybe people saw it as weakness. But you need to see that your vulnerability is actually a strength over here. Pile number 2. You know, and the more you're able to let these things go, and you know, you will definitely go through this intense transformation, not just of your perspective. You know, first it's going to be a perspective, then it's going to be your whole life. You know, a lot of you are going to glow up over here. I'm definitely getting a very strong glow up energy. But I just want you to know that you need to do this wholeheartedly. You need to really bring all parts of yourself, and you know, make those angelic parts of yourself, those demonic parts of yourself, you know, those godlike parts of yourself. You bring it all together and decide to do this for yourself, because you owe it to yourself, not anyone. You know, this is not about like revenge body. You know, for example, if you're hitting the gym, do it for yourself. You know, whatever you're trying to create, do it for yourself. Do it from that space of joy, and do it from like a space of wanting to be fulfilled by what you do daily. And trust me, you know, your success will be so much closer than you think. You know, and just know that justice will prevail. And I think a lot of y'all have been trying to create a lot of things, and you haven't exactly succeeded because the timing just wasn't right for you. But right now is exactly the time, as you let go and shed these things from your past. The more you shed these things, you know, you're going to really be able to bring your manifestations into real life. You know, so for example, if you've tried having a singing career or a rap career or a painting career before and it just didn't happen, you know, it just timing wasn't right. But right now is the time. You know, and I don't even think a lot of y'all need partnership. A lot of y'all are meant to create something on your own. You know, a lot of y'all are geniuses and pioneers, and this pile is what I'm picking up. So just know that you have to go all in and create, you know, and just know that, you know, you will be able to reap the rewards. You will have opportunities, but right now is the time for you to really, really put in the work to attract those opportunities. You know, pile number 2, no one is going to come save you. You have to save yourself. And you know, that's not a bad thing at all. Perhaps I would say it's a much better thing, because you know, at least we're not hostage to someone else's will. You know, and the more you call your power back, the more you'll realize how silly it truly was to even give your power away in the first place, and not in like a self-derogatory way, just, you know, having a sense of humor about it. You know, only when you're able to joke about the most horrible things that have happened to you, that's when you truly feel healed. Trust me. You know, and just know that you will have the right people coming in who will understand you. But right now, the most important thing is a shift of perspective from your end, you know, and truly just sweetly surrendering, you know, letting things go and not having such a resistance. Stop having so much resistance towards things that are not working out for you. You know, trust me, it's for the best. If people left your life, you know, it's for the best. Trust me, be very, very grateful. You know, things could have been much worse. Things could have been much worse. Take it from me. Trust me. You know, so be very, very grateful that things ended the way they did. And sometimes the closure is the disrespect. The closure is the audacity. You know, and just know that whoever has done you wrong will be brought to justice. You know, because I am sensing that there were a lot of people who sort of really enjoyed poking fun at you, bringing you down, things like that. But just know that they will pay for it. We shouldn't wish bad on anyone. But you know, there is a karmic order, and it is going to prevail. You know, and it's not in your control, it's not in my control, it's not in your enemy's control. You know, the chips will fall where they're meant to fall. You know, so you're not running out of time. You're exactly where you need to be. This is a very important part in your journey. You know, this is where you truly sort of let go of who you used to be and really sort of step into who you're meant to be. You know, and really ascend and understand that ascension happens alone. You cannot ascend with someone. You can't take people with you where you're going. Trust me. So right now is really the time for you to let go of things, people, places, whatever, behaviors, patterns, all of it. Just let it all go, because you're moving towards great abundance, financial abundance, stability, and more than anything, mental peace. You're going to have so much mental peace that you're just craving for. So just know that all of it is coming in for you. And once you go through this gate of death, quite literally, here we have the gate of death, the more you're just able to just go through it, your whole life will change, and for the better. So just let go. Don't hold on to things. That there are just too many things, memories, people, places, things that are just holding on to, and it's weighing you down. It's bringing you down from your flight, and that's not what we want. And it's very interesting. Lovers is kind of the opposite of the devil card, and we have the lovers and we have the devil, and in the middle we have 9 of Pentacles. So right now we're really at that threshold, pile number 2. And the more you're just able to let go of things, the easier your rite of passage will be, because that's what it is. It's a rite of passage. It's not going to last forever, All of it is just very transient. All these aches, pains, all this grief also. So don't give it more power than it needs, Any other messages? Yeah, so whatever you will be creating now is going to be like the final thing, and you have to pace yourself for whatever you're doing, because you're sort of like a one-man army is what I'm getting. So don't burn yourself out. It's very important that you pace yourself. Don't focus on the quantity, focus on the quality of your work, of your product, whatever you're trying to create. Even if you're like on YouTube, you don't have to upload videos every 3 days just because all readers upload. Some readers upload videos every 3 days, or every day, Go at your own pace. Do a weekly upload. That is fine. People who are truly meant to see your content will have the patience for you. So don't feel you're running out of time, things, places, and nothing happens by accident. And we'll take this B as confirmation, So you do have a lot of people that are sort of trying to get in your way. Did I say B? I mean, sorry, the mosquito. Yeah. B I said perhaps because B is the alchemical symbol of the ram, and B also sort of represents the emperor in the traditional tarot. And the thing with that is you're going to be so much more in charge. You're going to be so much more in your power the more you're able to let go of things, And these don't give importance to these distractions. Don't give importance to these people from your past who just want to bring you down. Because firstly, they were never on your level to begin with, and I'm not even going to let them hijack this reading. I'm not going to give them any importance, nor should you. So just know that you're very, very protected. No one can take your legacy from you. No one can take what is truly yours. If someone is truly meant to be with you, they will be with you. No one can get in the way of a divine connection. Is truly the message over here, So you will have certain distractions. You will have certain annoying mosquitoes who just want to leech off you, suck your blood, be a real ugly parasite. So let them get uglier, as time passes. That's not your concern. It's not your business. It's not your business to figure out why did this person do what they did. They did it. Just accept it. And it's their problem. It's their karmic repercussion to understand why they did what they did. What you have to focus on is your healing, moving forward, not letting yourself be stuck. And sometimes it's not even the doing. I think a lot of y'all just maybe doing a lot of things, but it's sort of like loosening the grip. You just have to completely surrender. So I feel a lot of y'all may be overworking yourself in this pile. So what you need to do is maybe work less. Really be in that divine feminine energy of, yes, putting in the work, planting your seeds, but also just stepping back and letting the seeds do its job, letting it germinate and plant and sprout out into a beautiful harvest that you truly deserve, So don't get in your way is truly the message over here. I'll shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? We have bison, which reads abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storm of life. Fill my life with goodness, teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So I think it's very, very important for you to be grateful. Every time you feel you're in scarcity consciousness, just start being grateful for what you already have. And like I said, you trust me, you'll be so much more grateful for even the bad things that have happened, because you'll understand that things could have been much worse if your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, God didn't intervene. You know, so you need to know that you're very, very cloaked, you're very, very protected, you're very, very loved, you know. And just know that you will be getting the divine downloads to truly take the next step, you know. And I feel a lot of y'all will even get a lot of recognition for the kind of work you're doing in this file, you know. And the bison is it's a very sacred animal, you know, and it has a lot of layers of fur. So just know that you are in this sort of metaphorical winter of your life, but you know, there will be spring. The winter will come to an end, you know. And when it comes to an end, you're just gonna be at peace. You're gonna be a so much more better version of yourself. You're just gonna be so much more powerful. You know, not like the earlier versions of yourself were bad. You know, you're just going to be in a place where no one is going to be able to truly disturb your peace. And trust me, that is the greatest thing anyone can have, you know. That is truly the greatest thing anyone can ever have. So don't underestimate anything happening to you right now. All of it is happening for a deeper reason. Even though you don't believe me right now, trust me, it is. You know, you may want to curse me for saying that, fine. But trust me, one day you will see that nothing happens by accident, and all of it was meant to be, so you become the best version of yourself, you know. So yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot, it helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose Tarot of the Dragons, this is your reading on Let's Shed the Past. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family, help me tap into what does my pile number 3s need to shed. What parts of their past do my pile number 3s need to shed? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. Okay, pile number 3, we have the 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Chariot, Judgment, 5 of Swords, Sire of Cups, which is the King of Cups, the Hanged Dragon, which is the Hanged Man, 4 of Wands, and 9 of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing over here is pile number 3, there is a lot of PTSD. There is a lot of just trauma. And I think this is not just recent trauma. I think this is trauma that has sort of collected over the years. This is like your teenage angst, plus your childhood issues, plus your adult life problems. I think all of it has just sort of coagulated into like this very giant monster which is just lurking in your own shadows, you know. And the thing about fear is whatever is lurking in the dark is scary because it's lurking in the dark because you cannot see it. Once you bring it into light, it may not seem as scary as you think it is. You know, people are so scared of the deep ocean just because, you know, you can't see exactly what is lurking in the deep ocean, right? And that's why we sort of have these fantastical ocean creatures that are so large, right? And I think that is, and I really think you have this sort of metaphorical large sea creature in your own abyss, you know. And I think you're very good at just going about your day. I think you're very good at just putting a lid on things and keeping it moving and just being very sort of functional and productive and just getting things done. But you definitely have this dichotomy where, you know, this sort of under the water creature is really sort of clawing at you and really taking parts of yourself. And I think you feel as if you cannot even trust anyone right now. I don't think you're very good at, because of all the PTSD, you're not able to exactly discern who is for you, who is not for you, you know. And I just really want you to know that the worst is over. It's not going to repeat itself because you've really learned your lessons. And this is definitely my pile of insomniacs. You know, I feel a lot of people are not sleeping, watching tarot content late in the night, which I'm very grateful for, but you need to get your sleep, you know. And I'm a night owl too. I like to be up late hours as well. I'm not really a morning person, you know. So I get you, but I see that you're staying up and just stressing yourself out. And I think even when you're trying to sleep, you're just having all these thoughts and this, this metaphorical sea creature from your own inner depths, just, just screeching and yelling, like a banshee. So I think what you need to really do is make it a friend of yours, and what you truly need to shed is a lot of this trauma. I think it's just blatant trauma. I don't think there's any other way to put it. You just are harboring insecurities which have just given way to other insecurities. And I think what you need to do is you need to nip it at the bud. You need to sort of eradicate the core of it all, and I definitely see that you're very weary, you're very tired, you're also very angry and upset. You feel as if no one has your back, and you only sort of have yourself to rely on. And that is true to a great extent, but you do have your spirit guides with you, you have your angels with you. We have the judgment card, and the judgment card, we sort of have like this angelic dragon figure, sort of illuminating the path for these baby dragons. So just know that you do have a brand new beginning coming for you. You have a brand new start waiting for you, because I think finally you understand. I think you understand what is working for you, what is not working out for you anymore. I think you're very clear about that. And I think you're very clear about things can't go on the way they have. And you're sort of desiring this very intense change. And, you'll only be able to truly step into this new life for yourself that you want if you're able to let go of the past, if you're able to let go of the battles that you lost. I just noticed the flame going out, so just know that whatever has happened for the best. In fact, things could have been much worse. That horrible ex could have destroyed you even more. That horrible frenemy could have done more damage than you already have. So just be grateful that things aren't more worse than it could have been. And I think, what you truly need to do over here is just silent yourself out. You need to just quiet your mind. I think you're trying to micromanage things. I think you're really trying to assert control. And I think the more you sort of resist, the tighter the sort of noose on your neck gets. So I think it's very important over here for you to not do anything at time. Sometimes just give yourself that moment, at least 5-10 minutes in the day, where you're going inwards and you're not doing anything, even listening to music. Just go out for a walk without your earphones, and just really be in the present moment, and just truly surrender. And I think in all of this, in just life happening, you have just completely forgotten the joy of simple things. And you've just forgotten, at the end of the day, we just live on this tiny rock called Earth, and the universe is really so massive. So how big our problems truly are, they're really not that huge. We are just like a speck of dust in the grand elaborate scheme of time. Do you really think you're going to be stressed about what you're stressed about right now 10 years from down the line? Are you still stressed about what you were stressed about 10 years ago? So just let go. You have too many things that you're just sort of drudging yourself, and you're just like Sisyphus with the rock, the pushing up the boulder. You have to realize that you don't have to fight other people's fights. It's really up to you to live your own life, or do other people's bidding, and sort of, let other people drain you like that. And I think boundaries are also very, very important over here. But also knowing when to put your boundaries down, when the right people will come. Because I am seeing that you want help, and I think you're even getting help, but you're not able to even receive help properly, because you just don't know who to trust. And I get it, my heart really goes out to you. When narcissistic abuse happens, when people try to smear campaign you, when people really sort of try to take you down, I get it. It becomes very, very painful, and you just don't know what to do. But just know that there is light here at the end of the tunnel. And I think you really underestimate yourself, because people all your life have underestimated you. You probably had parents who were not so kind, and didn't say the nicest things to you. Perhaps it was teachers, perhaps it was even people in your school. And I really want you to say that you are very resilient. I would say you're more powerful than most people And I'm not talking about brute strength, I'm talking about inner strength. I'm talking about unshakable confidence that you have. You are my people who really don't care what other people think. you understand, I think you're even okay being misunderstood, you know. And I think it's very important for you to realize that you do have the strength. You have the strength to make this underwater sea monster a friend of yours. You know, the charioteer here in the chariot card, he's driving the white dragon and he's riding the black dragon together. You know, he's combined the polarizing forces that go opposite, and he's using it to his advantage to move forward. I think what you need to understand is, yes, life is not always fair, but the cards that you have been dealt with, that they can actually be your superpower instead of your weakness. You know, you need to understand how you can use the gifts that you have been given. You know, I feel a lot of y'all are daydreamers over here, and a lot of y'all look down upon daydreaming over here because, you know, you just feel you keep daydreaming, but nothing happens in reality. But the very fact that you can daydream, the very fact that you can create these beautiful visuals in your mind, that itself is a superpower. It means you have the ability to drag things from higher ethereal realms into the physical. Trust me, most people can't even visualize white light. Trust me. Most people can't even think about a sunflower when I say the word sunflower, but you can. You can quite visually, you know, completely visualize a sunflower, you know, with its minute details and, you know, the very delicate shades and, you know, the sort of angle, all of it. You know, you can clearly see it in your mind's eye, and that itself is a superpower. You know, where people might have told you that it's, you know, might have looked down upon you, or, you know, called you an airhead or whatever, but just know that that is your superpower. Again, I'm just giving an example. Not everyone will be super imaginative, but, you know, I am sensing a lot of people in this pile are. So, you know, don't look at your abilities as a negative thing. See how you can empower yourself with what you have already, because you have very special skills. You know, it's a general reading. All of y'all are going to have different skills, but all of y'all do have some very special skills that set you apart from other people, and you have to use that to forward yourself. Your destiny is not to comply. Your destiny is not to fit in. You're not here to be like a lawyer, doctor, or an engineer, and nothing wrong in those careers. You know, I think they're great careers, you know, but you're not called here to do something what most people do. You know, you're called here to do something very, very special because you are one of a kind. And I think the more you realize this, the more you're able to truly step into your power and just really not give a damn. I don't think you give a damn anyway, but I'm seeing that you can still not give more damn. You know, I totally see that for you. And we have the judgment card, you know, so you're very much on a divine calling, you know, and I think you've had a lot of spiritual awakenings, but you're in for a really, really big one. Take it from me, this year or whenever you see this reading, you're gonna have a massive spiritual awakening, and it's gonna be bigger than the spiritual awakenings that you had even before, you know. And the spiritual awakening never ends, you know. It happens in layers, you know. It's like an onion peel. You know, you peel another layer, there is another layer, and then there's another layer, and then there's another layer, you know. And I think you're really able to see yourself at your core, you know. You're able to go much deeper within yourself, and that's where your power lies. You know, you have to understand that even if you lost the battle, you're going to win the war. You know, you have brilliant direction, you cannot lose. Pile number 3. You're very much here to win. And I think when you shed all this, when you also just shed your ability to, like, you know, have all this negative self-talk, I think you're very, very rude to yourself. I don't think you talk to yourself in a very nice way. And it's okay. You know, you can definitely change that. And, you know, it's sort of like an amalgamation, you know. You may have seen your parents fight, or, you know, your parents talk down to each other, or even talk down on you, or maybe it was a friend, maybe it was someone who bullied you, whatever it is, you know. Take it out and throw it in the dustbin. You no longer need that horrendous voice bringing you down, you know, because you're moving towards a brand new beginning. You know, you're moving towards beauty, you're moving towards mental peace, you're moving towards everything you've always wanted, you're moving towards emotional, financial, spiritual stability, you know. So right now is really the time for you to just let go of people, places, things, habits, behaviors, thought patterns, who you thought you were, all those things. Just take it all, be respectful, throw it in the dustbin. You no longer need that. You no longer need so many things weighing you down. You know, I was having shoulder pain this whole reading. You know, so just a lot of y'all may be very stressed, and your cervical may get very, very affected. You know, get a massage. Someone in this file really, really needs a massage. You know, so just know that everything is happening for you. It is happening for the greatest good, even if you don't see it. If you're being blocked, it is happening for the better. You're being saved from certain pitfalls, you know. And just know that a lot of y'all want a happy home. A lot of y'all want just a very fulfilling, loving life. It is coming towards you. Singles in this pile, you're getting the love of your life. And you won't, and the sign before you meet the love of your life, you will be doing very, very well for yourself. You know, you are showing up here as a Nine of Pentacles, and you already are Nine of Pentacles, even if you don't see it. You know, Nine of Pentacles, you know, she has created her beautiful, bountiful garden. And, you know, she has really worked day and night, every day, sowing the seeds, harvesting, you know, giving enough water to different plants, and, you know, just doing the most to keep her garden healthy, beautiful, and all of that. And, you know, you will be in the space of being the Nine of Pentacles, where you will have financial stability before you meet your person, you know. So just know that you will come into financial stability and a lot of abundance, money, stability, all of that, even notoriety and fame for a lot of y'all in this pile, you know, especially if you're in the public eye, if you have a public platform, it is going to blow up. You know, if you have an online business, it is going to boom, you know. So just keep doing in the hard work, and just know that you're in for some very, very amazing treats. And you have earned it. It's very, very well deserved. A lot of y'all want a new home. You're going to get it. You're going to have a loving home. A lot of y'all growing up never had a loving home, you know. And I think there are just things that just haunt you. All that haunting is going to stop. You're going to be so free. You're going to feel so light. I don't even think you can anticipate how light you're going to be feeling, you know. So just truly trust the process, and just, you know, allow yourself to be baptized by fire, because that's what it is happening here exactly. You're being baptized by fire. You know, it's almost like you're burning out all those parts of yourself that are no longer resonating with you. And, you know, my throat was just going off. So speaking your truth and in this very important time is going to be very, very important for you. Speaking your truth, no matter whose feathers you're ruffling, you know, a lot of you are going to have success here, and your success is going to be very, very public, especially in your haters' faces. You know, so don't worry about how someone will feel. Don't try to water yourself down, please. You watered yourself down enough, pile number 3. Now is the time to rise, like the beautiful phoenix that you are. You are very, very beautiful, you know. And I feel a lot of y'all, the more you focus on shedding, the more you're able to shed these parts of yourself that you truly no longer need, that are actually weighing you down. You're gonna get very, very attractive from inside and out. You're gonna get, you know, if you're skinny, you're gonna put on weight in the right areas. If you're overweight, you're gonna, you know, become a skinny legend. All of that is going to happen for you. You know, your skin is going to start glowing. You know, you're just going to be so much more ambitious. You're just going to have so much vitality, so much energy. And more than anything, you're just going to be able to create things. Your creativity is going to be at an all-time high. Your intuition is going to be at an all-time high. No one is going to be able to lie to you. No one is going to be able to play you ever again, pile number 3. Please remember this. Right now, your focus should only be you. Right now, the focus should only be you tending to your garden, you know, making sure you're doing your due diligence, you know, working out every day, going to work every day, showing up for yourself, you know, making content, whatever you do, you know, just show up and be the best version of yourself, and just know that only good things are going to happen for you moving forward. Trust me, you know, just let go of all this trauma. You really you have to shed it. You really, really have to shed it, you know. And just know that don't resist. If something is not happening for you, don't resist. Don't go against the tides. If something is not happening, give it time. Give it time, you know. And trust me, it'll happen when the time is right. Because trust me, you could be saved from something much worse happening. You know, that's why certain avenues are blocked for you right now, that you will get access to much later on, when they're actually, you know, for the betterment of you, you know. So just trust. And the thing I say about trust is, you know, having blind faith, blind trust is very dangerous. You have to earn it. Once you stand in your truth, no one can shake you. No tower can take you down, because you know who you are. You know, and you're not going to be swayed by trends. You're not going to be swayed by people. You're not going to be swayed by just whatever that people get swayed by, you know. You're not going to be swayed by your desires, anything. You're just going to know, you know, it's just going to translate into so much confidence, you know. And I feel a lot of y'all are introverts in this pile. So just know that, you know, you will get more confident and you will get more outspoken as time passes, you know. Your voice needs to be heard. You're meant to have an effect on the collective. You're meant to heal people, and that's the only way a lot of y'all will heal. A lot of y'all are healers in this pile, and you don't even know that you are a healer. That is why your life has been so difficult, you know. So really wake up. You know, we have the Judgment card. Really, really wake up to your true divine calling and start following that. And that means being okay, being outside your comfort zone for long periods of time, and understanding that, you know, there is delayed gratification, and you will be gratified at some point, if not right now. Right now you have to put in the hard work to build a better future for you tomorrow, and you're very much going to be doing that. You're going to be creating everything from nothing. You're really going to be creating everything from nothing. And again, my throat was going off, so I just really want you to know that your words are very, very powerful. I don't even think you realize how powerful your words truly are. So keep speaking your truth. Don't care about whose feathers you're ruffling. Speak your truth. And that's going to help you further on your path. It's going to open up a lot of blockages in your body, in your throat. You're going to get more clarity. You're going to have more clarity about what you want. Even your visions will be clearer. You will get more decisive with time. But all you have to do right now is take the first step. Don't get overwhelmed and don't freeze yourself out. That is very, very important over here, because right now is the time for you to really put in the work to move forward. Even if you're not being gratified for the hard work you're putting in, just know that when the time is right, you will be gratified. For example, if you're making content, even if your content is not blowing up, just keep going at it. Maybe when you reach 100 videos, all of it is going to blow up. So just keep at it. Keep putting in the work. You will be rewarded in ways you can't even fathom. You're going to have so much more blessings coming in than what you even anticipated, And a lot of y'all do have a lot of hate. I think a lot of y'all just attract hate because of who you are, and if it's not your current hater, it's going to be some other hater in the future, and don't give them any power. They're not important. No one can take you down. No one can take what is truly yours. No one can take the person you're meant to be with. No one can take away the career that you're meant to have. That is truly yours, So there's nothing to fear. You're very, very, very protected. Just know this. You're God's favorite, and you will be used as a mirror. You will be used to reflect to people the good and the bad within them, and you will be hated for it. Not everyone is going to like you for it, because not everyone likes the truth, and you are the truth, pile number 3. Please remember this about yourself. When you know who you are, no one can fool you. That's a very important message over here. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? We have 2 cards. We have Dolphin and we have Puffin. Dolphin reads play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. And what I'm getting with that is just really, really enjoy the process of whatever you're doing. Find joy, find validation in your everyday life. Work out every day. Do your job every day. Do the best you can every day. Go out for a walk. It's all going to add up. Trust me, it's the small things that you truly change that makes the big changes. It's only going to be these internal small shifts that you make in your inside world that is going to start reflecting in a very, very big way on the outside. As within, so without. So please remember this. And we have Puffin, which reads partnership. Accept yourself and be colorful, and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will bring you best results. And like I said, a lot of y'all are like a one-man army. You don't know who you can trust. You would rather do everything on your own, and I get it. I like to do everything on my own. I'm just very obsessed with doing things on my own, and it does take a toll on me. At the end of the day, I do get more exhausted. So, and over the years, I have become more open to help, at least in the recent months. I do understand that not everyone has bad intentions for me, and that itself has been such a relief, because I have been actually able to let in some really amazing people who have really lightened my load. I do have some great friends, so you just have to allow yourself to be vulnerable and know that the right people will come in, and they may even help you in ways you couldn't accept. People will lighten your load. People will come in to lighten your load. And singles in this pile, I just really, really want you to know that you're going to be meeting someone very, very soon, much sooner than you even think. So but right now it should be all about you, and let it drive you. Let it be an incentive to meet your equal, to meet someone that is just meant for you in this lifetime, someone created just for you. You're going to meet them, and this is going to be an equal to you. You're not going to have to settle for just some ugly garbage. Trust me, this is not going to be just something you have to settle for. You both are going to be equals, and you're going to come together to create such beautiful harmony, and I think a lot of y'all will even have businesses together. A lot of y'all will be creating not just a baby, but you know, something of value, something that's going to affect a lot of people in the process. So just know that you do have a high level twin flame soulmate coming in to you very, very soon. Don't give up. Right now is the time to put in the work. Right now is to really enjoy your work. It's not just about putting in the work, you know, it's not about just dragging yourself through the day, but enjoying every part of the day, you know, just enjoying looking out of the window, enjoying looking at the sky, just enjoy looking at the birds, you know, just enjoy every little part of your day. And trust me, that'll just naturally put you in alignment to where you need to be. And you know, I think your life is just going to change in a blink of an eye. And it may seem overnight, but this is the work you have been putting in every day and every day out. You know, so just know this. You're in for a very, very big, sweet treat that you weren't even expecting. You know, but right now, all you have to do is make sure you're going forward. You're not letting people stop you, let them drag you down. None of it. You're more powerful than all of your haters combined, pile number 3. Please remember this. You know, please remember this. You're really awesome. You are here with a very big destiny. It's a general reading. All of y'all are going to have different destinies. But whoever chose pile number 3, you're in for something very, very big. I think you've had a lot of people even tell you that you're going to be doing something great, that you're going to be reaching places, and trust me, you will. You know. So just keep going forward is the message over here. Anything else? Yeah. So that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps this channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.